my gosh, my phone is so dirty. Good morning from my tent. It is raining. It was raining when I went to bed. It wasn't raining when I woke up, but I knew it was going to rain this morning, so I went back to sleep. Got my food bag, which I was really nervous about because I heard a loud crash last night, and I heard like a lot of like stomping and stuff, but I thought it was like a bear or something, and I heard a loud crash, and I was like, oh my gosh, either the bear got my food, or locals pulled it down as a joke, I don't know, whatever, or the branch just fell, because it was kind of like a bendy branch. I'm just gonna eat my breakfast. I had just enough water to make coffee this morning. Hopefully this rain will stop at some point. I'm starting to get puddles around my tent, which is not good, and I see it starting to go under the tent. Let me show you. You guys can see in that corner there, it's pretty foggy. Hold on, let me see better. Not really. In that corner there, there's a little puddle going underneath. There's puddles outside my tent forming. You know, rainy days are hard. They're hard. Right now I'm dry because I'm inside my tent. But I know I'm gonna have to leave eventually. I mean, I'm only 27 miles from, so technically I really could just stay here and not hike today. If it rained all day, I could. And then just pull like a 17 tomorrow. And then I'd be right back where I was supposed to be. But do I want to do that? Right now, yes. But tomorrow me will not be happy when she has to do 17 miles. Especially if it's raining tomorrow. Oh, the shirt is so wet. I don't want to put it on, but it's good training for the ADT. Get used to it It's cold. Everything in my tent smells like butt. It's so gross. It's so gross. I shouldn't be touching my face. Okay. We have today, tomorrow, and the day after of hiking. And only 2 more nights of being in this smelly butt tent. I wish I could just like air it out right now though, but I can't. That's one thing I will say I miss about hiking in like February when I left for the AT last time is things smelled, but like not this bad. Summer hiking, you gotta be built different to do this because things smell from the first 10 minutes of hiking and they don't stop. Also, I have a little spider friend. I have a question for you guys. So this spider guy here was up here earlier, and I don't know if you see that little dot right there. He left that there. So my question is, do spiders poop? Like, is that his poop right there? Like, he bent down and dropped that out. Or is that something else? I know, weird question, but like, do they? This is what happens when you've been in your tent for almost 24 hours at this point. It's been about 22 hours of me being in this tent. Maybe 21. The good news, though, is that while I did have bee friends here yesterday, they really didn't bug me as much. They weren't like under my rainfly. I did leave my rainfly off for most of the day yesterday to let things air out and let the rainfly dry, which was good because it's very wet now. But they didn't really bug me either once I put it on, so that's good. At least I had one night without them buzzing around. They did come, like they would come up and they would be like either like licking or sticking something through here and like testing all around. I think they were just trying to see like what it was. And then they would leave and then come back 20 minutes later, but they weren't like under the rainfly buzzing around like the last 2 nights. So think that was something to do with the rain though, so. But I'm hoping the rain stops here soon so I can at least get moving. The thing is like I could start hiking right now and whatever, because like everything is wet anyways, so like whatever. My concern is that I'm going over a ridge, and I don't really want to be going over a ridge in a thunderstorm. And I don't really want to be going up the 300 stairs or however many it is in the rain. So I'm trying to wait it out and hopefully it'll stop. We'll see. So my thought, Heartbreak Ridge on the Foothills Trail is like the equivalent of the whites for the AT. Now, hold on. I know people are going to comment, it's nothing like the whites. The whites are so much harder. I know. Well, I don't know. I don't speak from experience, but I've heard. But I feel like, in comparison, everyone's talking about the whites and how difficult it is and whatever. And like, I mean, I was hearing about it in Georgia. Like, from the first week into the trail, we were talking about the whites. And same thing here. Like, the talk of the town was Heartbreak Ridge and how it's going to be the most difficult, like, incline basically. And I feel like once I get over that this morning, yeah, there's still a few more difficult climbs, but I feel like I'm going to be like, okay, I made it through the toughest part. Then I just basically have sassafras. There is another climb in there that I have to do today, actually. Then I basically have sassafras, and then that's it. So I feel like, I don't know, I'm kind of comparing them. And just as I'm about to start, it's raining, and I'm burning alive in this raincoat. Wish me luck. Phone is going away until it stops raining, so sorry if there's not a lot of footage today. Owl bug's biting me. Here we go. Currently 61 steps in. Doing good. Woo! Oh, I made it to the top. 292 is my count. So this is the campsite. If I would have continued on, I would have stayed at last night. I'm happy I stayed where I stayed. Seems a little tree folly, and I think I would have maybe been a little bit nervous about that all night. So basically what I was saying this morning about the whites being like Heartbreak Ridge, or Heartbreak Ridge being like the whites of this trail. Apparently I finished the whites. Now I just have northern Maine or southern Maine to get through, right? And then hit sassafras. Oh, so the campsite is like 2 sites, I guess. All right, finally took the rain jacket off. I guess someone did stay down there at Rock Gap or Rock Creek campsite, the one that I was thinking about going to, but stayed at Talksway instead. So maybe I would have had a friend. That would have been nice, but honestly, I'm glad I got that done in the rain, because the bees did not find me that everyone talks about on Far Out. So that was nice. I was nervous about that for days. The bees seemed to love me. But I've taken off my rain jacket. got a little bit more water. I think we got another uphill. Let's do it. All right, we are leaving Gorgeous State Park, North Carolina, which means we are back in South Carolina. At least I think that's what that means. Gorgeous State Park. You are not my favorite. I can't wait to do a like favorite section, least favorite section video. Can't wait. So always me and my teacher brain, I'm like taking pictures of all the roots and stuff, because one of the units we teach in science is about erosion and weathering and like fast land changes like hurricanes and things like that. So I thought this would be cool to show the kids next school year how drastic it can change. And then like also the roots, how they grow into the rock and ground. It's very cool. Me and my teacher brain. The sun is trying to come out. Oh, wait, right here. I wish I could stand right there and just dry everything out, but that would not be the move. I'm considering, depending on what time I get to this Virginia Hawkins or whatever, and depending on the bee situation, I may push further. I'm considering even pushing all the way to the campsite I'm supposed to go to tomorrow night. Depending on, again, the trail, what the situation's like. I'm getting to town a day early. We'll see. I feel gross. All right, just stopped at Dawkins Flats campsite. Thought about staying there because it would only add 2 more miles on for tomorrow. So it'd be a 10 and a 10 to end my hike. Not horrible. Because it was like the first place that I wasn't attacked by bugs, and there was a nice little sunlight area where I could dry all my stuff out. But then at the very last minute, a bee was hanging out on my backpack, and I was like, nope, keep going. Like, we're not playing this game again, especially if it's not even the site that I was supposed to stay at. So anywho, I'm about to cross a suspension bridge that is very crooked. I'm holding you guys straight. I'm a little nervous. Okay, so I went around that red gate. I came out and I went straight. Tell me what I'm missing. I got all the way to a stream and I was like, am I supposed to ford this? Like, I did not see those white blazes right there. I'm supposed to go up this way. I literally was like, it's so overgrown back here. That's weird. Like, the whole trail's been pretty like cut back and stuff. It's because I wasn't on the trail. I was very confused. And like across the stream, I was like, it was even more overgrown. And I was like, there's no way. Like, that's not the way I'm supposed to go. So I came back. Good thing. I checked the comments and it was like, stay right. I'm like, oh, I should have read that before. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I might go past Virginia Hawkins. We'll see when we get there. I don't want to deal with the bees again. I really don't want to go past because I would like to sit and dry stuff out. But I can't do the bees again. I made it to Virginia Hawkins. I don't know how I was feeling frisky earlier, thinking I was going to go further. Got here and I was like, great, I don't care about the bees. Me and the bees are one. I mean, I literally have a yellow tent, so I am sitting in my tent with all of my clothes I just hiked in above my head, trying to dry them out. Here comes my bee friend. I don't know if you can see him. trying to get into my tent? I don't think so. I tried to go away from the benches because that's where they said they live, but I guess they're gonna find me no matter where I am. Because like I said, we're one. I almost feel like I'm Katniss from the Hunger Games, you know, like the tracker jackers. These are not bees, they're tracker jackers. They're tracking me along the trail and they're just following me. They're jacking my happiness, that's what they're doing. Jeez. But honestly, I set up in a very like sunny in one side of the tent area, and then once I put this above my head, I'm like, okay, a little bit of shade, kind of nice. I'm just slightly nervous about where I set up because it's like kind of down the hill and it's supposed to rain again. So, and I just heard creaking, so that makes me a little nervous that some trees are gonna break. I didn't even look to see widowmakers. Should probably do that. Okay, can you see? I literally am sweating so much. It's so hot. And to whoever the person was that commented on one of my videos recently being like, you don't need a sun hoodie on the Foothills Trail, that you won't need it. It's so shaded. I beg to differ since the hurricane. Homeboys and homegirls, I don't remember if it was a girl or a guy that commented that. A lot of the trees are knocked down, so yeah, it's pretty sunny. Overall today, it was very hot. I don't know who I was thinking, kidding myself that I was gonna go up another 2 miles uphill. Honestly, if it stayed more shady like it was this morning, maybe I would have, but did not. So between my sweat from 2 days ago, because I did not dry out my clothes yesterday like I should have when I got to camp at 11 a.m. before 11 a.m. Should have dried them out. I don't know what I was thinking. So between the rain yesterday, which made it very humid, and the rain this morning, and then the blazing heat of this afternoon, my clothes were soaking. I'm like chafing in between my legs because of soaking wet pants hiking in them. So those need to dry out before tomorrow, because there's no way I'm doing another I think it's 8.9 tomorrow. It's almost a 9-mile day. No way I'm doing that with wet shorts. So these better dry out. Oh, I already hung my food bag. The cable is working. It's been the best cable so far. Yay. Oh, there is like I think it's like a tree branch that's like half broken, like that way, banging. It's not above me. There's no way it would fall on me. But every time like the wind hits it just right, I'm pretty sure it's like, and like hits the tree trunk. I think that's what's making that noise. So I don't know, that might freak me out in the middle of the night, but I got out and like looked around and tried to figure out. I looked to see if there's anything above me that could fall. I don't think so. But I did hear like a little bit of a crash earlier, so might not be the best campsite. But I looked above me and I don't think I see anything, so fingers crossed. 2 more nights, 2 more days hiking. All right, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.